Anyway, we're talking dark world. No, dark web. You go on the internet, you do everything on the internet, but it is not just what you see. There is a world in the world, and could be dangerous, but hey, people still try. This morning, we have our webman, Jedu, the webman. Jedu, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, yourself.
Jedu, we're talking dark web. Yeah. Why dark web?
Because what happened there is dark, to say explicit things and legal things and other stuff. So yes, that's why.
Are you saying there's a shady part of the web?
Yes, it is, and that even forms the majority part of the web. You know, we have, it says like over like this, like a global village.
Yeah.
So yes, there's a surface web, and there's the deep web, and there's a dark web. So look at it like in an ocean. We have it like that. So it comes down like that. So what we enjoy with the indexing of Google, social media, those stuffs are just the surface web. And today we have to fly there. So you need a captain.
Who is likely to visit the dark web?
Oh yes, okay. So we have IT professionals hackers mostly, and people who are going there for business, but in a unethical way.
JD, are hackers professionals as well?
Yeah, hacking is profession. But it depends on the intent. So if you know, we have ethical hackers, we have the gray hackers, and we have the black hat hackers. So the black hat hackers are the people who do bad. But we have people who have gone through training, and they are ethical. So hacking is a profession, and it's a very lovely skill.
Normally when hacking is mentioned, we all think about the baddest people who, well, for laypersons like us, would think they're bad.
Oh, you've been a hacker before, maybe some of us, you anonymously sneak on your wife, your girlfriend's phone and take his phone and bypass the password. You're a hacker.
JD, I will confess to national TV to have stolen fish from my mother's soup before.
Oh yeah.
But hacking, no, I don't think I've done that before.
Okay, so that one, the stealing is yes physical, but we're talking about the digital one or on the computer.
Okay, let's come to dark web. I see DEFCON. It looks like something to do with death row.
No. All right, so yes, we're looking at dark web. So yeah, welcome. So today we are talking about dark web. Why are we talking about this? Because it's something that we discuss a lot. People hear about these dark web stuffs and they don't know what it is, and sometimes they get misinformation or they mislead themselves to such platforms, whilst even not knowing what they are there for and the dangers. So that's why we are talking about the dark web today. Now, the dark web is under the surface web. Now, so let's get the picture right. Now, so we have them in layers. So the internet, we have it in layers. So we have the surface web or the ClearNet. That is where you and I will go every day, like the normal Google, the normal Facebook, the normal Instagram. It's happening on the surface web. So those ones, you could know that it's happening with indexing. So I can go to Google and search for DK Cyber, and Google will index wherever they have mentioned DK Cyber in articles, blog posts, and will bring me that feed, right? So that is on the surface web. Now, when you go beyond the surface web, you that's you are going down of it. That one, we are talking about things that you cannot index, but you need to have a link to that place. Now, mostly you can't go there like that. You cannot go there. So today you can see on my screen that we have this platform there. And one thing that you would notice here is that you see that this one didn't happen with the normal google.com.
No.
But you see there are so many words and it ends with .onion. Right, so this should tell you that if you are keeping this URL, you can't keep this in your mind.
Yes, definitely.
You can't keep this.
Too long.
You can't keep it.
I see.
So we go here through links, right? But before that, before you get to this place, what do you have to do?
Yeah, exactly. My question will be, how do I get into this .onion web link?
Okay, sure. So one of the things we do is that we have what we call the onion site.
Okay.
Right. And before you get there, you need what we call the Tor browser. Now, let's look at it this way. Before I go on every web page on the internet this morning, there's an IP address.
Yes, definitely.
And take it like your number. Before I can come on your phone, you need my number to call
Absolutely.
you. Right. So, like your IP address. Now, when we come to the dark web, before you get there, we are talking about because of the activities there are mostly they are scammers, fraudsters, highly exploit malware, all those things there. You need to be safe. Okay. So you talk about your safety, you talk about your anonymity.
Okay.
Right. Being anonymous online.
Yeah.
And aside that, going there, you need what we call the onion the Onion browsers, right? So now today, before we reach here, there are so many things we've done. The first thing that you need to have is a Tor browser.
Okay.
Now, what is a Tor browser? You see, when I'm browsing, when I'm hitting down Facebook this morning, I pick up my phone and go to www.facebook. It hits to Facebook. So if wherever Facebook server is, let's say in California, wherever Facebook their server is, it hits to them direct. I call on gbc.com, it hits to their server.
Yeah.
Now, with these Tor browsers, they reroute my location.
Okay, so if I have to come to this, I'll go to Facebook and then Facebook will redirect or reroute it.
So what happens here is that when you are using Tor browsers, if maybe the location is, let's say I'm coming to Accra for the service, this one takes you through China, go to Nigeria before it takes you to the Ghana.
Why
Because of anonymity.
Oh,
and
okay.
Because they don't want you to be tracked easily.
It doesn't want to leave any footprints.
Yes.
It doesn't want to leave any trails.
Yes.
So it takes you
reroutes
Logoligi, somebody will say.
Before you reach it.
Good.
So that is it. So here we are on the top. So before we get here, what we do is that we download what we call the Tor browser.
Okay.
So we downloaded the Tor browser.
Okay.
And in the Tor browser, there are some certain things we use, like the DuckDuckGo and the rest. And we have other things we've done because of its anonymity. And because every platform you visit, if you are not lucky, there are so many things that you are likely to have. Now, so
before you do that, let's send a word of caution.
Yes.
As we're on air now,
Yes.
someone heard you say you downloaded at what?
Yes.
A Tor browser.
A Tor browser.
And then you went through it.
Yes.
Please, if someone is watching us this morning,
Yes.
why should they not download Tor browsers?
All right, so you see, this one is for educational purpose.
Good.
And for research purpose.
Good.
Before you download Tor browser, you need to know what you are going to do. So we advise you that the dark web is not a place for
play. Don't go playing. Don't go playing in muddy waters.
It's not a place for the weak.
Okay.
You know, it's not a place for the weak. You know, the reason why we are doing this, I have had so much messages, so much calls that, DK, I want to visit the dark web. I've watched a YouTube video. I did this. And there's so much misconception and misleading around these things. That's why we've taken upon ourselves to take time to dive into this topic.
Sure. So let's go into...
Yes. So, yeah, we've done so many things, and I want to prove something to you.
Sure.
So even on the Tor browser, so you could see that this one is not a normal Chrome browser.
No.
So on the Tor browser, you go to settings. You see here, I have done something. I have, you come here, okay, so let's go up. Let me see here. So just kindly, okay, let me come back here. Let me come back to see it, because I think it reloaded. Okay. Let me go up. I don't know. Okay. So let me go back.
Right.
Okay, so here. So you see, security level, we are on the very
safest level.
Safest.
Only allows websites features required for static sites and basic services. Okay.
Yeah. So we've done this. We're on the safest because we don't want to infect the system and all those stuffs, right? So we're on the safest. So these are some of the security things we have done before we are browsing through there.
So we have installed the best and the topmost security settings for our systems.
Aside that we've configured so many things before getting here.
Sure.
So you just don't watch us and think that you're just coming.
You're okay to go.
Okay. So now let's go to this dark web. Now when you go to dark web, you see on the surface web, we have the popular old man called Google.
Google, yeah.
Right. So we ask Google for everything.
Yes.
Right. So on the dark web too, we have search engine.
Okay.
Or we have search browsers.
Sure.
Where we ask things.
Sure.
And one of the popular one has been this.
Amia.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you want? You search for
so
it.
this is the Google of the dark world.
Yes, and where we are now, I don't know, you've not been there before, so you are not feeling it. But here, whatever you find, you search, you get it. Whatever.
No restrictions. No restrictions.
So what do you want? Like, so you're talking about nefarious activity and all those stuff.
Okay.
So these are some of the places, and you know, when you go to site platform, you see here, and always this onion site or the dark web is not .com, neither is it .org. You see here .si.
Yes. Just curious, why do you call it onion? It could have been tomatoes, it could have been cabbage.
Yeah, so onion because, you know, onion has layers.
Yes.
Oh. And I told you we have layers. Okay. So we've gone through so many layers, so just pick it from that 10. So onion has layers.
Some kind of labyrinth.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
So, yeah. So here it is, and I don't want to search anything, but this is there. So if you want, here you search, let me search for book. Let me say, when I say Christian book, let me just say book. Whatever you search here, let's see what happened here. So we're searching. And here, the internet seems, it will be slower.
okay.
Don't worry, it's loading.
It's still loading.
Because it goes through so many.
Book reviews by author, CIA.
So you see here.
Okay. Comic book library.
Yes. And they have their directory. Okay. Right. They have their directory. Yeah. So whatever we have on the surface web, we have it the massive way on the dark side. Right. And you could ask, can I go to Facebook here? Why not? So Facebook has an onion link here. Okay, so let's search for Facebook. Wow. So that's where all the things happen. That's where it starts from here. So let's go to Facebook. And that's where your people come and rent hackers here.
They rent hackers?
Yeah, they hire them to say sorry.
Okay.
They hire them. They hire them. They hire the hackers here. So we have that here. Click on it. Okay. So
redirecting to hidden service.
Yeah. So you see now this is the Facebook.
The onion side of Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
how likely are you to find my Facebook account here?
So you see here, what happened is that all the hacks that are done on the surface web, they take them to the dark web to sell them. So just imagine, people ask, why do these people hack us? Why do they breach serious data? They say for nothing. You go to the dark web and it's being sold over there. So people actually go there to buy stuff.
Data.
There. Yes, a lot of things. That's where all those, they do, that's what I'm saying, that the internet, the surface web is like maybe 4%. The deep web and the dark web is like 96%. Awesome. So that's why someone said, oh, you are using your phone for lightweight because you are not really exploring into it. Okay. So the internet, we are just, what do you do on the internet? You just go to Google, go to your normal Facebook. But people are using this in a very highly sophisticated way. So yes, so you could see this one, a platform like that, how can you remember all these things in your mind to put? So that is why we say here, it doesn't support indexing.
I see Facebook appear several times, but then it appears with digits, it appears with numbers, it appears with different.
So all softwares you want to buy, you get them there.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's it. And you know the normal Wikipedia that we have, we have the hidden one.
Okay.
So here, the hidden one talks about a lot of things. I don't want to scroll.
Yeah,
if
but
I should, you are going to see things.
Why does the CIA keep popping up? And then I know DEFCON is a military hardware manufacturer and military software manufacturer.
So CIA, what is it? Confidentiality, integrity, availability. And we also have the CIA over there in the US. But when it comes to our space, confidentiality, integrity, and availability, talking about how it's around us.
Okay, so it's not the CIA as we know it in the...
So we have the CIA. What we saw first was a report by the CIA.
Okay.
Right, it was a report from them, so they have their directory there.
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever we have on the surface web, most of them to have their directory on the dark web. But that one, when you search from Google, is not going to come.
No way.
Yeah, it's not going to come.
Because Google
because it doesn't support indexing.
Okay, right.
The dark web
doesn't leave any trails, so obviously it won't appear there.
So you could see that these are some of the. I don't want to go out because there are other platforms that shows you so many things. I don't think that we need to know this morning. So this is the dark web. So someone asks you, so if you click here, if you should click, let's click on one of these
keywords.
Yes, so it takes you there. So here the internet is a little bit slow because it routes you, so try again. You have to connect. Yes. So we just go back. So you can just try. We have all these other sites there, Internet of Archive and the rest.
I saw one that's a bit curious to me. We're not going to go into it, but I saw what looks like a shadow wiki.
Yeah.
Is it a shadow of the known Wikipedia?
Yes. So whatever you have the other side of it in the dark web. That's why we say the dark web is even bigger than the surface web.
What are the dangers?
A lot.
if someone should wander the internet and find themselves in this labyrinth, what are the dangers?
So I know young IT folks want to trade through this dark web. Possibly they have read an article, they've watched a YouTube post, and they are saying that before you can hack someone, you need to go to the dark web and go and buy softwares and those things. They will fraud you. They will scam you. See, whoever you meet on the dark web is anonymous. You don't know him. So the currencies accepted on the dark web is Bitcoin. You can't trace it. Now, when it comes to the dark web, they don't use those Gmail, Yahoo Mail to even do analysis on the Gmail or Yahoo Mail. We use Proton Mail, that is really encrypted. You don't have any trail about the person. You don't have anything about the person. So we have this thing going on. You go on the blogs, you see them. They tell you, oh, you can go to the dark web, buy a software, and get this job done. Please be very careful, because there have been so many instances where people have gone there and they have been scammed, duped. You will be scammed, because the dark web, before you even buy something, we have something called the escrow account. We have a third company whom we pay to hold that money, make sure that the service is delivered before they transfer the money to. If you don't know, you don't know. Right? You understand? So we just don't go there. Right. It's a place that I know now a lot of people are researching. When you go on Google and look for dark web, the search query for it is very high. That means that people are searching about this and they are getting the wrong information.
For organizations such as GBC, obviously we're corporate, and we present a certain sweet scent to dark web operatives. What should we not do to expose our server to such worlds?
So you don't go there, and make sure that you have your firewalls, and you don't say, I don't know, when it comes to security, we have firewalls to the extent of which every device can go. Right? You don't have to entertain some things like this thing. So you have to make sure that you know what you are doing. You've done all your configuration before you do all these things. And before you go through this place to do any transaction, this one, we've just opened it up. We've not done anything. We've not clicked on anything. That's why we've just opened up for education purpose. So to go there to transact something, you do it on a separate network.
Right.
Because whatever you do there, people are really monitoring you. Right. So when you go to these platforms, they are kind of dangerous, so we have to be careful.
For a young IT, let me say, software engineer who's training and wishes to serve their curiosity, they want to feel a part of the so-called geeky world. What should they do and what should they not do as far as this is concerned?
So yes, before you go here to do anything, I go there, I do research a lot. I do most of the infos, you get them from a dark web, because that's where the first things happen. So you try to understand their new tricks, their new tactics. Now, I don't open it on any of those systems, either Windows or Mac.
Okay.
I have a separate system. I open it.
Right.
So I think that one, if you connect to me, I can really show you as part of a low-key something. I don't think I have to mention. Yes. So I have a different system, a different way open this. But yes, when I get to a third layer, I use the Tor browser. So we just started from the third layer. So there are so many things that you need to consider before getting to dark web. If you want to go and find more things there, click on links, browse, check one or two things there, then you need to be careful.
You have repeatedly used the word nefarious, which obviously represents bad. Is it all bad?
Yeah, for the dark web.
Nothing good.
The good things are there. The good things are there, but it's not known for good. Yeah, let me say it that way. It's not known for good things.
How is it good but not known for good? And to the layperson, when you say there are good things, immediately we want to serve our curiosity somehow. We want to enjoy it good. So what makes it good but not good?
Some of us, it depends on the intent going there. Some of us, we go there to look at the softwares, the operating system, whatever they are using today, so that we can have a way to also protect ourselves on the surface web, right? So that's some of the good things you can get from there. But aside that, most of the things that happens over there are hacking, buying things, whatever. What do you think of? You just get them there. Whatever you think of.
So if
I just don't want to mention
if I want up-to-date information on Jedu, and I work my way into the dark web.
So we have placed that it's a zone for the hackers.
Okay.
What is that service you need? You place through.
Okay.
They do it for you, but at your own risk. Most of them are scammers. So when it comes to the dark web, we have verified places that you can trade.
If you say at your own risk, and it's a service that's being offered or that is offered, how is it then? How is it risky?
You know, some countries, even illegal to open dark web. Some countries.
Name them.
Like US and other countries.
It's illegal to open the dark web.
Because whatever you do, they monitor your trace. You understand? Yes, so that's why we are saying that most of them that they go there for education purpose. And sometimes you go there to understand what is really happening in the security sector or the hacking sector, so that you can also stay abreast with these kind of new things.
If you wonder, just simply playing the web, and you find yourself in such an environment.
You will never find yourself there unless you are satisfying your curiosity.
Unless you intentionally
go there
can't wander
because
there.
it can't go there. There's no indexing today.
All right.
There's no indexing. You see here we are using a Tor browser. You see we didn't use our normal
browser.
Yes, this is a Tor.
Okay.
So if we don't have that intent to go there, how can we get here? So there's no way you browse. But there are some onion sites on the surface web. So what we say that be careful with the links that gets to you, ending with .onion, .fi, .vi, and all those nyama stuff. Normally, the popular one we know has been .org, .com, .uk, .gbc.
And the nation state, yes.
Yes, you understand?
Yes.
But when you see these kind of stuff, it makes no meaning, like .fi. You know all the onion sites you went to, this is a wiki, this is on there. But if you come, you see .onion. Anything you see .onion is coming from the dark web.
Right, Jedu, we just have to run out of here.
Yes.
In a very 3 sentence or 3 words. Warn us, educate us.
Yes.
Also excite us about the dark web.
In 3 sentences, I will do all this. All right, sure. So let's do this. So the first one is, the warning is, please, if you don't have any business at the dark web, don't go there. The second one is, please, before you get to some place, maybe for academics or research purposes, know all the things you need to put in place before you get there. And the third one is, please, we have to set strong password, whatever. We need to protect ourselves on the surface web, because all these hacking are done because you use weak passwords. So set a strong password and make sure that these things, not all the things that you see on the internet that you really find or research into it, but the dark web is not a place for the weak. It's not for the small boys. Be careful, because whatever you do there, you have something to pay for.
Thank you very much, Jedu. Whatever you do there, there's some price to pay. And you heard it right here. Get a strong password. Don't just go wandering. You must be intentional and deliberate to go into the dark web. Remember, the operative word is dark. And obviously, dark is bad. My name is Darrell Alantego, doing this with Jedu, IT man.